All right, well, we're back from closed session. We're gonna go and start off with E, reconvene to open session. F, announcement of actions into closed session, none. G, comments from the public. Janet, any comments from the public?
No.
So let's move on to ACT CSEA comments. Seeing that there's none, we'll move on to H. H, consent agenda. All items appearing will be acted upon by one motion without discussion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Ciro Calderon, second by Mr. Romero. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. I, informational items. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Trustee Alvarado. I'm very excited that we brought back this week over 8,000 students from our Calexico community through our doors and onto our schools. About 8,313 to be exact. And I believe still growing. As I shared, our kinder numbers are looking pretty robust. We're getting a wave of our young kiddos entering our schools, which we're very excited about. We're looking at working with Ms. Ramirez at even opening another kindergarten classroom at Dual Elementary School to be able to accommodate those kids who are wanting to enroll in kinder class. So this Monday was our first day of school for the 22-23 school year. All the sites were ready. Our district administrators, we had all of our directors attend different school sites. We sent them out throughout the district to help and support our schools as needed. Kind of wanting to be there, but also stay out of the way of the principals and staff who were doing a great job bringing our kids in. With the executive cabinet, I've visited Calexico High School and the 9th campus, Kennedy Gardens, Mains, Blanche Charles, and Dual Elementary Schools. Tomorrow I'm scheduled to visit a few more schools, and hopefully by next week we'll have done visiting all of our schools for the first couple weeks of the school year. Last week, all of our certificate and classified staff returned to prepare our schools. As I stated, certificated staff also concentrated on working together by grade level and subject matter to prepare lessons and assessments and plan accordingly. I provided a pre-recorded message to all staff that focused on school and community connectedness and the social emotional well-being of our students and staff. So we sent all that out, and Friday morning at 8 o'clock, all staff was given an opportunity to watch the video and hear the message that I had and a focus that we were going to be working on this school year. On Tuesday, August 23rd, I had the pleasure of meeting with Interim Police Chief Jesus Serrano and Sergeant Victor Legaspi. Our meeting focused on school safety and establishing a solid partnership with our law enforcement agencies. I know that the safety and security of our schools has been a board priority and something that the board has been wanting to enhance as much as we possibly can to ensure that the safety of our students and staff and school community. So we had a good meeting with Ms. Alex Limon. I didn't recognize you, Alex. With Ms. Alex Limon and the chief and the sarge, and we're looking at a partnership where we could enhance our security and safety posture for our schools. And with that, just a couple of our varsity sports highlights for our first week of school. I'm excited to share that and congratulate our CHS girls volleyball team. They defeated Palo Verde in an exciting and competitive match. Then on Friday, August 19th, the girls varsity volleyball took on Coachella High. Though they played a good game, they did fall to Coachella High, but we're going to get better and going to see them again in the future. Also, congratulations to our varsity football team and a thrilling nail biter game, 14-13 against Palo Verde, and winning the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets for our first game of the season. So we're very excited and congratulate them for all their hard work throughout the summer and putting a good program together there. So this week's varsity report is on Tuesday, August 23rd, the girls volleyball team will travel to Central High School. And on August 25th, the girls volleyball team, they're very busy, will host Central at Varner Gym. Actually, tonight, they're playing right now. And then the varsity football travels to Castle Park. The game is played it's going to be played at Otay Ranch High School in San Diego at 6:30 today. And on Friday, our cross-country team competes at with the Wolfpack Invitational in San Diego, and our girls tennis travels to Olympian High to compete in the Peninsula Tennis Club in San Diego at 3 p.m. So best wishes to all of our Bulldog teams. They're hopefully we'll be sharing more of our highlights with our different extracurricular programs, sports, clubs, and then also our academic achievements in future meetings to come. And other upcoming events, our next board meeting will be held Thursday, September 8th, and may you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Mr. Alvarado.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez. So let's move on to 2 board reports. These are informational reports by board members. No action is taken. Mr. Calderon.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to our meeting. Congratulations on all students and staff coming back to a new school year. It was nice to hear the number of students after hearing that our student population was dropping. Now I hear it's over 8,000 and hopefully continue going. So that's good. I had the chance to take a tour of the schools last week. I made it to almost all of the schools. I talked to Mr. Jimenez about what was going on, and things got done. So that was good. I just got a couple of things to talk about, Mr. Jimenez. Water fountains at the schools. And I know in the past we have installed water fountains at all of our schools. With COVID, with the COVID recession and the COVID timeout that our schools took, maybe we need to revisit to make sure that all of our water fountains are working. Okay, especially with the kind of weather that we got here in this area. Going back to what those parents said earlier today regarding shades, putting shades at the schools. I know it's an ADA issue if we want to do something permanent, but the parent was right regarding that. We need to make sure that we have that we provide the necessary shades for our students, especially the ones that get picked up after school. Some of them are waiting there 15-20 minutes, and I know for a lot of people 15-20 minutes may not be a lot, but for a 6-7-year-old, 15-20 minutes and 110 degrees, yes, that's a lot of that's a lot of heat. And this is something that I have addressed the city in the past. So the crossing, the pedestrian crossing in front of Dual has been an issue for many years now. They will be in front of Encinas. So maybe we can revisit that with the city, see if city officials are willing to do something for our kids. I know when we went in the past, they said there's nothing that we as a school can do because it's a city issue. So maybe now that we have a new leadership, new city council members, maybe they want to take this on and maybe they want to do something about it. In the past, because I personally met with city officials and they said, well, yes, we'll take a look at it, and that's where it ended. So other than that, I am glad that everything is going well. Knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it, but congratulations everybody from the schools to all the way to the district office, because so far it's going good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trustee Calderon. If I could just say, Mr. Alvarado, Mr. Calderon, thank you so much for your email earlier this week regarding the water fountains. I would like to share with you and the board that same day immediately I did reach out to Mr. Ocampo, Daniel Ocampo, and I shared your concern about the water fountains, both making sure that they're working and functioning and that they're clean and ready to go. And then Mr. Ocampo addressed it right away and is working with our maintenance and custodial staff to make sure that all of our drinking fountains are functioning and clean and ready to be used. So we're on that already. We addressed that the same day of.
Does that need state approval?
I'm sorry?
Does not, if we want, not DSA approval, that doesn't need DSA
No.
approval, right?
No.
Okay, good.
No, that might be, if anything, if the water pressure isn't strong enough, or it's changing a valve, or that sort of stuff. Definitely, cleaning it with the proper sanitation. That's is state approved, for it to be used in schools. But I did want to follow up with you that same day that you emailed me that concern that had been shared with you, we started addressing it, and we'll
Okay.
continue to do so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Calderon. Mr. Romero?
Alvarado.
I want to thank everyone for joining us, and I think it's going to be a very exciting year, and I hope everybody does well. And talking about shades, one concern I have is with shade structures is lack of shade structures. If you look at the Rockwood School shade, it is too small. It does not serve a purpose to benefit the kids, and I would like every playground every school evaluated. A good example of a good shade structure is Rockwood Park that the city has, and it is wonderful. It really provides a lot of shade. But the ones we have, like a Rockwood, is horrible. So I'd like to have all those playgrounds evaluated, please.
We'll do, Trustee Romero. And I know that we're in the process right now, and this is a previous direction for the board on what we're calling buddy benches, where it also includes a shade and a place for children to be able to sit. And so those have arrived, and we're going to be beginning the process of installing those as well. But I understand that in the valley and in Calexico, the more shade, the better. Wherever it comes from, trees or shaded structures. So we'll definitely follow up on your request to look at the shades and evaluating our playground shade structures to make sure that it provides sufficient shades for our students.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Romero. Thank you. Also, Mr. Jimenez. Ms. Magallanes?
I want to thank everyone for joining us, and I also want to congratulate everyone that's been doing a very good job, very hardworking, so all the students can come back to our schools. And again, just thank everyone for their hard work.
Thank you. As for myself, along the same sentiments as my colleagues, in regards to shade structures, I was passing by on Broadway. There's a school in El Centro, right in front of the government agencies, and they do have a nice shade structure. I don't know if anybody's had the opportunity. Mr. Campo, you probably want to go out there and check it out. But they do have these wonderful, huge fans underneath those shade structures as well. And that's where the kids wait. They get picked up there. And I've never seen that before. And that's something that right now we're mentioning shade structures. But you know what? Knowing that how hot it gets here, that's something that we need to look into, especially for the little ones. And, that's an elementary school that's out there. And I know it's for the little ones because, you know what? It does. The heat, it is bad. Waiting just in the sun 15, 20 minutes. I think it's something that we need to look at least for right now, shade structures, if we're lucky enough to get, maybe one of those big old industrial fans and stuff like that. Mr. Campo?
Good evening. We did order on top of the buddy benches. We are in the process of ordering shade structures that you guys the board approved, but we're still in the process of doing DSA approvals.
Right.
So like for dual, we moved it from today. Actually, I talked to the architect about moving it from where it was originally placed at to the back.
All right.
So it's going to cover that. So we are having more. Two shade structures, and I don't remember the exact size right now off the top of my head, per school added on top of the buddy benches.
All right.
So that is coming.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Campo. And then another thing I also want to say is thank you for everyone. Scott, I got these alerts going on my phone, and every now and then when it comes out for the valley. When I seen over 8,300 students here, I was just like, what? When we were told that it's going to be under 8,000 and stuff like that, when we were, talking about this last year. So it's good. And then just hearing that our, kindergarten classes are overflowing also as well. That's another, positive as well, for us here at the district. Other than that, I just want to thank everyone for being here. Thank the staff for all your efforts, for everything that you guys do for this district. And like along what Mr. Romero said, I think there's a lot of good things going to be coming out of this district. These years coming out soon. Not that they haven't, but I think we're going to be seeing our fruits of our labors coming out at least, these next couple years moving forward. On another note, for our football team also as well, played a heck of a game. I know it was called short in Palo Verde, but they had to come back to Imperial and they ended up, pulling it off and right at the goal line. So, congratulations to the boys and keep it up, and the rest of our sports team also as well. Just keep it up and let's go ahead and go out there and represent who we are. With that, let's start the board. Let's start the meeting. Let's go with J, discussion. I, full fall schedule, and I think that was brought up by Mr. Calderon.
Yes, good evening, everybody, again. So, I have been approached by a group of parents regarding the possibility of continuing the pool program. So I explained to the parents that the pool is for, during the school years, for use only of our students in the school events. And they came back and said, well, what about Saturdays? I said, well, Saturdays sometimes we have meets and there's swim meets and things like that. And they said, but what about when there's no meets? I said, okay. I understand the legalities about using public funds to run a public swimming pool program and things like that. So I was wondering if we can talk to city officials and see if they would entertain the idea of that. With this heat, it's going to continue being hot until October, November. So again, I explained to the parents but they still wanted me to bring this issue to the board. So I do understand that there are legalities regarding using the school funds for city events, but again, I don't know if there's a way that we can do it.
Thank you, Trustee Calderon. So when you brought this up the last time, we started looking on what the possibilities are to keep our pool open. And if I may, Trustee Alvarado, ask Ms. Esmeralda to go up to the podium and explain what we're able to do to extend the pool programs, I think at least through October. So thank you.
Good evening, board and audience. So when Mr. Jimenez approached me, I did go directly to the city, to the person that we've been working with, and of course they said they don't have funds. But we did find that we had a donation that we didn't touch, because we have, the expanded learning department has funded the summer school part of it for our students, because the expanded learning department was putting on summer school. So it was part of our own expense. And then the city paid for their portion. So with the monies that you see, so the top part of it is the $8,400 that we have from the IID. And it shows you that we can fund 11 Saturdays from now, this weekend, through November 5th. So it's 11 Saturdays for the public, open swim, parents, students, everybody.
Free of charge?
Free of charge.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and then the bottom part is that we will be continuing to use the pool in the fall for expanded learning. All students that want to be in the program, we're trying to get them in for specifically swimming lessons. So we will be continuing our program for our own students. And then I attached the flyers that we're using to promote it to the community.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great news, thank you.
So we're very excited to bring this to our students, and probably part of the open swim. I will be bringing my own trunks, and I visited the pool last week with Mr. Ocampo and Mrs. Esperanza, and And we had talked already with Ms. Williams over there, and man, it's a beautiful facility. So kudos to the school board and the Calexico Unified and the city and all that work, because what a state-of-the-art facility for kids in Calexico and families and our schools. So it's an incredible job that was done, and I did feel like jumping in. Although one of the lifeguards said that they need a jet ski. And we said, well, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but we'll look into it. But thank you, Esmeralda.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jimenez, for following up on this, because I know our kids need it and our population need it. Otherwise, they go and look to get cooled off somewhere else. So now that they're gonna have on Saturday some place to go, yeah, that's gonna help a lot. Thank you, Mr. Jimenez.
So, okay, discussion, possible action. I was just informed if we could go and table that for our next board meeting in September. So I'll make a motion to table it for our
I
next meeting.
second.
So motion by myself, seconded by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. L, action items, consideration and action approval of the following items. 1, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Imperial County Air Pollution Control District to accept a grant through supplemental environmental project to fund the installation of a new digital sign message board for Jefferson Elementary School.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Romero, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 2, amend prior approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and A&N Quality Builders for the hardscape repair project at Bass Charles Elementary School to include amphitheater seating.
I move to approve.
I second.
Motion by Calderon, second by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 3, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Western Environmental and Safety Technologies LLC for consultation services and preparation of asbestos and lead paint removal specifications for the demolition of building and movement of modular classrooms in preparation for construction at Calexico High School.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Romero, second by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 4, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Renaissance Learning Incorporated for reading development for Cesar Chavez Elementary School students.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 5, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Instructure for the Canvas Learning Management System software subscription for the 22-23 school years.
I move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Magallanes, second by Mr. Romero. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 6, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Lexia for ELD software for the 22-23 school year.
Move
I
to
move
approve.
to approve.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Magallanes, second by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Pursuant for English Language Learning Test TEL licenses.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 8, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Vol Medical Center for COVID-19 testing for students and staff for the 22-23 school year.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 9, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Catapult K-12 for Emergency Management System, EMS, Parent Emergency Communication System, PECS, for the 22-23 school year.
Motion to,
I'll second. Motion by Ms. Magallanes, second by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Agreement between Calexico Unified School District and the California Department of Social Services to continue uninterrupted child and adult care food programs supper meal services.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by Mr. Romero. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 11, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and We Tip 2.0 for anonymous reporting phone call center hotline for the 22-23 school year.
I move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Renewal agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Zoom for video conferencing software subscription for the 22-23 school year.
I move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Ms. Magallanes, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 13, Memorandum of Understanding between Calexico Unified School District and Imperial County Office of Education to provide professional development and curriculum refinement services to junior high designated ELD teachers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
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 Motion passes 4-0. Number 14, it's gonna get pulled.
Yes, Trustee Alvarado, if I may pull number 14, I made the error of including number 14, but it's the exact same program as number 13. So the school board just approved 13. 14 is a duplicate of 13.
All right, perfect.
So I apologize about that.
So that item's gonna get pulled, so we don't need to make any motion or anything like that. Okay, so moving on then. Let's move on to number 15 now. Memorandum of Understanding between Calexico Unified School District and Big Smiles for free dental service.
Move to approve.
Second, motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 16, Agriculture Career Technical Education Incentive Grant for the 22-23 school year.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye. Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 17, Designee for Imperial County Adult Education Consortium.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 18, first reading and waive second reading of revised administrative regulations 6158, independent study.
Move to approve.
Second.
So there's a motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Number 19, second reading of revised board policy and administrative regulation 3550, food service child nutrition program.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Second reading of revised board policy and administrative regulation 3551, food service operations cafeteria fund.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 21, second reading and revised board policy and administrative regulation 3553,
Move to approve.
free and reduced price meals.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 22, second reading of new administrative regulation of Exhibit 3517, facilities inspection.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Calderon,
Second.
second by Ms. Magallanes. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 23, second reading of revised administrative regulation and Exhibit 1312.4, Williams Uniform Complaint Procedures.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Romero, and I'll go ahead and second that motion. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 24, adoption of revisions to local control and accountability plan pursuant to Education Code Section 52062, subsection C.
Move to approve.
I'll second that motion. Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 25, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset technological equipment at Calexico High School ninth grade campus.
Move to approve.
I'll second that. Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by myself. It's a roll call vote. Mr. Calderon,
Aye.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Ms. Magallanes,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Motion passes 4-0. 26, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset technological equipment at district office.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Calderon. Roll call, Mr. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Ms. Magallanes,
Yes.
myself, yes. Motion passes 4-0. 27, resolution regarding disposition of surplus asset, non-asset technological equipment at William Moreno Junior High.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Romero, seconded by myself. Roll call, Mr. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Ms. Magallanes,
Yes.
myself, yes. Motion passes 4-0. 28, certificated employment report.
I move to approve. There's no changes, right?
No.
Move to approve.
All second. Motion by Mr. Calderon, seconded by myself. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. 29, classified employment report.
Yes, thank you very much, Trustee Alvarado. I would like to ask the trustees and the board to approve the classified employment report with the following amendments. For our first area here under Mr. Dader Alvaro, that the hours are modified from 3.5 hour position to a 4.5 hour position. And also to table Mr. Andres Hernandez to a future board meeting for further review.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Romero, seconded by Mr. Calderon. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. There is no M. There is no M, there is no N. O, announcement of actions taken in closed session. None. P, adjournment.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Romero, seconded by Calderon. All those in favor, please state aye.
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 Motion passes 4-0. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining tonight. Thank you. Have a good night.